San Francisco city leaders held a special meeting outdoors with the mayor to talk about open-air drug use. But they had to cut it short after protesters and locals started heckling and saying the officials aren't doing enough to address drug addiction.
The San Francisco Board of Supervisors held a special outdoor public meeting with Mayor London Breed on Tuesday to talk about the city's handling of open-air drug dealing. But it was cut short after disruptions from unhappy residents and protesters. Several dozen people gathered as Peskin invited Breed to answer a question about plans to manage the drug crisis.
You have homeless people.
My question to Mayor Breed, since you have rightly called the open-air drug dealing and a surge in overdose deaths a crisis. We are acknowledging that problem, sir.
The meeting was held at the city's United Nations Plaza, an area now known for drug dealing and usage just a couple blocks from City Hall.
We can't keep speaking out of both sides of our mouth. On the one hand, we want change and we want to hold people accountable. And on the other hand, we're willing to let people get away with murder.
Fentanyl! Nazi warfare inside the shelters!
Throughout the statements from Breed and Peskin, people in the crowd shouted at the officials. Some expressed their distrust in the officials, calling out policies that backfired.
We got a fentanyl epidemic. It's worse than, and they got sanctuary policy. And a sanctuary policy is protecting the criminals that's accused of bringing the drugs over here.
I think San Francisco's at a crossroads right now of which direction we want to go. And that's unfortunate because really what we need both things. We need a public health approach and we need a target-specific law enforcement approach for the organized drug dealing.
Peskin struggled to continue his statements, and Breed conceded that the meeting could not move forward.
I do think that the fact is, I'm not sure, without listening to the public, that this is going to be the right forum to be able to answer your question thoroughly.
In light of the mayor's statement, which I appreciate, we will recess this meeting to the Board of Supervisors chamber, wherein the mayor will respond to the A4 question.
Locals say city leaders have not addressed the problem at the root.
I work in the shelter. It's not a funeral home. It's turning into a funeral home over fentanyl. This says fentanyl, Nazi war camp. Stop killing us for money. They sending people into the shelter, allowing them to do fentanyl. It's not right. Either Mayor London Breed need to fix it or step down. It's over her head. She cannot handle it.
Pittman says the funding shelters receive go to pacifying the drug addicts instead of rehabilitating them.
If I tell someone they cannot bring their fentanyl in there, I get fired. If I tell them, hey, you cannot get high in here, I get fired. It's not right.
After Breed and Peskin cut the meeting short, one woman was seen being detained by police and escorted away. Local media reported that she had thrown a brick towards the front of the crowd.